Tonight, from San Diego, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Taking on the Oklahoma City Lancers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the Oklahoma City Lancers and our home team. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allow the conversion.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. In a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards the pickup there.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Brewer. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now the first carry here for their running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Robinson, touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
A try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now back to throw.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw here. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
There you go. There you go.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lancers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back during your salad days in Evansville.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
To about the 40-yard line. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? The ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Mac Hollins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Crusaders have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. That time a 9-play drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll be inside for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Frazier. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 3. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away.
and this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw again. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Dixon complete. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second and 5. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Lancers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So this drive spans 7 plays.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Fields it right around the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, Melvin. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. The quick slant good for 8 and a first. This is Hunter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Frazier. Back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Hunter. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
And they'll run it with Hunter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick here is good. And that's going to tie things at 20. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys a lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Man, where has the season gone? We're into week 15 now. So let's give everybody a look at what's coming up here on what should be a very interesting weekend of football. Good games all over the screen there, one being at MetLife Stadium. A big one for the Jets as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter. Take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. On, it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Ingram. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Here's Hunter. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Again on the ground with Hunter. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hunter. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And this one is right through. And they have regained the lead. So it's his 3rd field goal now with a ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction.
Get this up to the 29. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that draws him level. It's 23-23. It's another field goal, his 3rd of the game. Maybe not exactly what you're looking for, but does bring him level now.
I like how you put that in there, that brings them level, right? Because if you're talking about kicking, bringing that soccer analogy in, I love that one. I love that one a lot. You don't want to go for it on 4th down and come away with nothing, right? Go ahead and kick the ball. Make sure you get some points. Even if it's a safe call, I think it's the right call.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Here's a handoff out of the gun, and he gets it down to the 32. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Back to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys have now moved out in front. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this one is incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And a screen unsuccessfully dropped him. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hunter. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And this is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. Second and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Frazier. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hunter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunter, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lancers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Dixon. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Now this one complete on the slant route.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's got his man on the out route.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch.
I know from experience, partner, all they've been talking about is if we can just make one play, get our hands on the ball one time, we can change this game.
They almost did. That was a dangerous throw.
And instead, it goes against them one more time. Let's see if they can hang in there and not lose control mentally.
Now this throw caught left side.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the plane. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
He's back to throw. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a handoff up the middle. Hunter. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And they take a knee.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there, and the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the home team here, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.